All right, App, let's go back to the beginning. Coming to Arkansas State.
Yep.
What led you here?
I lost an offer early in the recruiting process to Eastern Illinois, and then for I don't know, about a month or so, 2 months, I was really dead. Nobody really came through. Very, very, very dead. Right at the start of basketball season, I actually got to play in a Shrine Bowl. It was actually where they saw me, and I got a call about 2 weeks before signing day, actually while I was visiting another place, and Coach called me and gave me a shot. So I'm thankful for Coach Roberts, and I would never have been in this situation without him.
And what was that like for you, actually signing with a Division I college?
A dream come true. When nobody gave me a chance, Coach Roberts and his staff was there for me, and I just wanted to make them proud and make my family proud.
Now, when you first got your shot to actually play, you had a little bit of a QB battle brewing there. Kind of take me through that. What was the process like?
Freshman year with Corey.
Yeah.
It was a great learning experience for me. He was a guy who had a lot of experience. He did so many good things at the college. I would say he kind of put the school on the map. He did so many great things, and he was a great ambassador for me. I learned so much from him on and off the field, and he's just a great person, and we keep in touch. We talk all the time, and he made me better as a player. He taught me how to watch film, and just things you see day in and day out, just being in meeting rooms and listening to questions he asked and stuff like that. It made me better as a player, and it pushed me, to be the best I could be, with a guy who has established himself, and I was trying to compete, go out there and be like him.
Now, Corey was gone. Were you pretty much handed the reins, or do you have to kind of fight for that one too? I can't take me back.
We battled sophomore and junior year. Yeah. Both years, Philip and I battled, and Philip has been tremendous. He's a guy who I'm very close with. We're great friends, and he's pushed me to my limits. And I think he's another guy who's been a tremendous help for me, and tremendous support on and off the field. On the field, anytime I come off, he asks me what I'm seeing. He tells me what he's seeing. He's just a great guy, and he's somebody who has impacted, me very much, and he's pushed me. Every day at practice, we compete, and that's something, that I love about college football.
Yeah, because at the time, he was actually the big heralded recruit. He was the in-state guy. He's coming off state championship and all that. The three-star guy and all of that. Did you feel even a little bit, a little chip on your shoulder with that? I mean, even though you guys are okay with that?
I wouldn't say a chip on my shoulder. It was more of, it's time to get in gear. I got a really good guy coming in, and I'm 12 hours from home, and I looked at it like that. If I'm a very big family person, and if I'm gonna be that far from home, I'm gonna compete my butt off and do whatever I can because I want to play. I'm not that far from home not to see the field. So I just knew what I had to do, and I took it very personal.
Through your career, I mean, not many players go through a coaching change. You went through 3.
Right.
I mean, what is this process like? And was it different each time?
It was tough. I would say, they're different. You develop relationships, and you get so close with people, and on and off the field, and you learn how they are, and you just develop relationships that they're hard to. It's hard to just move on to the next guy that quick. So it was adjustment, but we were so close to the team. I think that's really what helped us out. When adversity hit, we just came so close together, and I think that's why we've been so successful these past couple of years.
Now you're a senior now. Your time has passed, so you could probably answer this straight up. Who's your favorite coach to play for?
Favorite coach?
Favorite coach out of the 3?
You really can't put, I would say, one in particular. They all brought different things to the table. It was a joy to play with all of them, to be honest with you. I think, like I said, they all, brought different things to the table that I think made my game better, and also made me better as a person. And I'm thankful every day. And I think, we were so blessed. People kind of overlook to have the 3 head coaches that I've had. They've been not only great coaches, but, you know, great Christian men, and I think we've been very blessed.
And what was it like playing under each guy? I mean, kind of take me through coach by coach, and what was it?
You know, Coach Roberts was awesome. You know, he was another guy who's going to push you each and every day. You know, he was going to get after you. And at the same time, you know, he loved you. And that was something, you know, he really got across. And, you know, he did a lot of life lessons with us, too, which was very big. And he was just such a great family man. You know, I got to see him, and you know, that made my day come, you know, when I got to see him. So I haven't seen him, and I couldn't tell you how long. And just to see him and his daughter and his wife, you know, just brought joy to my heart. And
it had to be big for you guys.
It was awesome.
Especially here.
It was awesome. You know, the guy that gave me a shot, you know, it just gave me that much more motivation to go out there last night and put a victory on. Coach Freeze, very similar. You know, they're all similar. That's what's crazy. You know, just the passion that they all brought. You know, I mean, each and every day to practice, and all of them, you know, expected perfection, and you know, they expected nothing less. And if you were, you know, they're going to get on to you and let you know about it. And I think that's what's made us so good these past couple of years is, you know, how much they expect from us each and every day at practice, and it really translates to the field.
And then Gus.
Same thing. He's probably Mr. Perfectionist. I mean, we'd go through practice, and, you know, I'd throw a pass, and I'd hit Stock in the chest, and nope, do it again. And I'm not getting it because I completed it. You know, he wanted an outside shoulder, but I put it in the middle of his chest. And you do it over until you do it right. And it's one of those things, you know, that you take for granted every day, and you get frustrated at practice. But once it comes game time, you know, you hit him on the outside shoulder, he makes a guy miss, and, you know, gets a big play. So those little things that matter, and he pulled the best out of you each and every day, whether it was film, whether it was at practice, and this year, this really translated to the field.
Now, I guess the first couple of years, last few years under Steve Roberts, not the best, performing a couple 4-8 seasons. I mean, kind of take me back to the feelings that you guys had during that time.
You know, it was tough. I think, you know, my true freshman year, we went 6-6. We were supposed to be in a bowl game. Kind of got gypped out of a bowl game, so that was very frustrating. And then my redshirt freshman and sophomore year, 2 4-8 seasons. It was, you know, you leave high school, and, you know, you're used to winning, you know, and you get to that point where you're just like, you know, what are we doing wrong?
Yeah.
You don't get it. And, you know, sophomore year, we lost seven of our 8 games by 7 or less points. You know, it was just, we couldn't find it. We couldn't finish games, and that was something that we had to learn to do. And
what was it about that?
I don't know. You know, it was just, we weren't starting and finishing games. You know, we'd do one or the other. We wouldn't play a full 60 minutes, and that's something you can't do at the Division I level and be successful if you can't play 60 minutes. So it's one of those things, you know, it was a learning experience. You know, I think it's one of those things that's made us better. We knew what it felt like to be at the bottom. We knew what it felt like for everybody to not even talk about us, and, you know, us to kind of be the laughing stock where, oh, well, going into our junior year, they had us ranked, you know, 7th or 8th. So it definitely was motivation because we knew that feeling, and once we started winning, we got that taste. That's all we wanted.
Now, is it surprising to go from that 4-8? I mean, 2 4-8 seasons, like you said, you're picked 7th, 8th. You know, nobody pays that much attention. And now, for the first time in history of this program, back-to-back 10-win seasons. I mean, what's it like from your perspective to see the evolution of the program?
It's awesome. You know, I think it's a tribute to everybody who's came through here, all the past alumni, just the support they've been giving us. You know, the fans, all the players who come back and see us, and you know, the legacy they've left. You know, they've left us something, you know, tremendous, and these fans have been unbelievable this year. You know, we can't thank them enough, and it's been a hell of a ride, and, you know, I'm glad the way it ended.
And what's it like for you to see the evolution of even the fans? I mean, you know, those 4-8 seasons, I mean, barely cracking 20,000, and now in a December game, 30,000 plus. I mean, for a mid-major, that's unreal.
It's awesome. You know, I think our group of seniors, you know, we sat down when we were freshmen and we always talked about goals, and you know, we wanted to win conference, and we wanted to get to the point where they had to fill in the stadium and talk about, you know, getting it indoor. And there's one of those things you talk about, you don't know how realistic it is, and that was our goal. You know, we wanted to come in and make an impact and kind of switch things up and turn it around, you know, because these fans deserve it. The university deserves it, and we were blessed to be in our situation, and, you know, to see it change is a dream come true, and you know, I couldn't wish it any other way.
Take me back to last night now. You took that final knee. Clock's taken down, no more timeouts. What was going through your mind?
Get out of there. Take a knee and give it to the ref. So, but no, you know, it was bittersweet. You know, I think that's the best play in college football. So, you know, usually
now you guys put it in shotgun now.
Usually you're under center. After Troy, you know, we didn't want to take any chances. So, but just one of those things you won't forget. You know, I think, you know, these last 2 games have been the most memorable games of my career, and it's something I'll never forget.
Now, also too, you know, we talk about attendance and how it's evolved, but to see how many people were here in Mobile, 2nd year in a row, and especially after the Liberty Bowl snub, a lot of people may have been down and out about it. I mean, did you see some of those comments?
No doubt, no doubt. And I think that really shows the heart and soul of our fans. You know, for them to come out of their way and drive 8 hours from Jonesboro to come see us, and wherever they're from, and all the families, it's tremendous. You know, and it's not, you know, it's not easy. It's really not. You know, people have work today. You know, people, you know, are missing work, you know, to come see us play, and that's the support we've had the whole time I've been here. And, you know, when you have that, and when they give that much to a team, you know, it really takes a toll on us. You know, it sparks us, it gives us motivation, and walking out and seeing that sea of red, I mean, it's the most amazing feeling ever.
What was the difference between last year to this year in this bowl game?
You know, it's a little bit different situation. You know, we had our coaches. We had all of our coaches, and it was different last year. It was hard. You know, it was a lot of stress on the coaches, you know, and us too. And, you know, it's hard to go into a game with 4 coaches when, you know, you're meeting as position groups, but there's 3 positions in one group. So it was just tough. You know, it was a tough situation, and when you have 4 turnovers yourself in one bowl game, you know, you can't expect to win. So I take a lot of fault for that game. You know, you can't turn the ball over that many times in Division I and expect to even have a chance to win. So we knew going into this game we couldn't turn the ball over, especially them being, you know, the #1 turnover defense in the country. And we knew if we didn't give them too much motivation, or momentum, not motivation, momentum with turnovers, you know, we'd have a shot, and our defense just played outstanding last night.